Here on Character Design Forge, we want to help you make better characters. There's a few things that will absolutely help the designs that you're working on right now. So let's just jump right in. For number one, aimless drawing isn't a bad thing. Remember that the process for a lot of characters tends to start out wide, kind of like you're building a foundation for a building. Lots of different quote-unquote wrong ideas before narrowing up your building to something specific. Sometimes if you try too fast to hone in on something final, it makes the base of your tower less stable, so to speak. If you do feel like you've been aimless for too long, it might be time to refocus on what this character needs to be, or start taking decisive action. That means choosing one thing over another if you have too many contradictory elements. Remember that the word decide has the Latin root side at the end of it, just like homicide and all the other sides, because in the decision-making process, you are cutting or killing the other options by choosing one. So just because it might be painful creatively, making tough decisions like this will help you in the long run. For number two, character design often benefits from smooth, elegant, and simplified features, which often make a character more appealing. That's why iterating over top of a sketch or drawing can actively lead to a more appealing character. In this shopkeeper design for Stormfellers, for instance, we were trying to find a fine line between older, grumpy lady and goofy, appealing character. This first drawing was rough for a couple of reasons. But the sketch over top used the original as a backdrop for smoother, more unified shapes and lines. Make sure in a case like this that the drawing underneath is transparent enough that you aren't simply tracing what you did before. We also ended up honing in on the character's squirrely or groundhog-like personality instead of a vaguely brutish, angry animal. Now, this doesn't mean that the original was a failure. We needed something to exist before we could make it better. For number three, different artists approach design differently. Some like to make big, obvious decisions that broadcast something about a character. Are they fisherman or ocean themed? Better have a giant anchor or diving bell. Others like to plant subtle Easter eggs, like little treasure chests for people to discover. The guy who made the negative space arrow in the FedEx logo has cursed us all to hear about it for eternity. Personally, I like the designs where those secondary elements take a minute to sink in, but be careful. Remember that design is all about communicating. When we purposefully obscure what we're saying to a point where people don't understand it, in a medium like character design where first impressions are so important, we might lose the audience before they even get a chance to figure those things out. For a recent character illustration, I wanted to design a graffiti-loving robot. One of those elements was to make his head shaped like the nozzle of a spray can and to give him a respirator-like mask shape. While I like the rest of the body, none of it really screams spray paint or graffiti. So I opted for more traditional limbs rather than some kind of arm mechanism that sprays paint. I made a last-minute decision with this illustration to add cans strapped to him in various areas and littered throughout the composition of the scene to help tell the story of how he's getting access to this paint. Second opinions are a great way to test whether something about a character is coming across or not. As we're working on something in our own head for hours, we're likely to feel an element is an obvious given, but another person might not be as quick to notice on first glance. We go way more in depth into the character design process in the Learn Character Design course, which is over 18 hours of video learning all about getting your drawing skills and design chops up to speed. You can get a foil trading card featuring this graffiti robot over on patreon.com/bageldenizen in Biko's backpack, and you can follow me at bageldenizen on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok. Thanks so much for watching and have fun creating. Hope these tips helped.